With increasing tensions in Europe over Russia's actions against Ukraine, NATO countries have stepped up their air patrols over the Baltic states of Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania. While the United States Air Force often deploys aircraft to help air police missions over the former Soviet Republic, often the task falls to the European Air Force to keep Moscow under control, reports National Interest. For many European troops, including Britain, Germany, Italy and Spain, their fighter aircraft of choice is the Eurofighter Typhoon. Originally developed as a pure air superiority aircraft, Typhoon excels in air-to-air combat. In the event of an unusual conflict, Eurofighter will likely be able to defend against the latest generation of flanker variants such as the Sukhoi Su-35s. While Russian and European aircraft each had advantages, the fighter jets were very comparable as a whole. Indeed, Typhoon's Royal Air Force (RAF) recently trained with the Indian Air Force Su-30 MKI Flanker H IAF, and found that was true. Indian pilots were also quite impressed with Typhoon, noting that the two fighter planes were more or less equal. Both are fourth-generation fighter planes and are on average balanced, so the value of learning comes from person-to-person contact, IAF Squadron Commander Avi Arya said in a statement to the RAF. As Arya noted, most fourth-generation warplanes such as the Su-35 or Typhoon have comparable capabilities. Pilots of every type of fighter must learn how to operate their aircraft to the limits of their abilities. In the case of the flanker, that means using extraordinary low-speed handling thanks to its thrust vectoring ability to compensate for Typhoon's rotational speed, very high, and the addition of energy is very good while exploiting its high low-angle attack capability. In terms of technology, both the Su-35 Flanker and Typhoon are currently not equipped with AESA, active electronically scanned array radar, but both have good abilities beyond the visual range. Both fighter jets are designed for high speed, high altitude beyond visual range, and therefore can release weapons outside of its visual range. But it is not known how effective the Russian fighter identification system is, because pilots must know what they are going to shoot. Furthermore, the vehicle interface on the Typhoon cockpit and pilot is extraordinary, far better than anything found on the current flanker variant. In the coming years, the British Air Force will begin deploying MBDA Meteor missiles. The Meteor missile, which is a long-range ramjet-powered weapon, is probably the best air-to-air missile developed to date. Has an excellent final game performance and can be a Typhoon pilot trump card, at least until Russia develops an equivalent weapon. The Su-30 and especially the Su-35 are very good fighter aircraft and become a handful of fourth-generation Western fighter planes in the event of war. But in the end, Russian planes were still lagging behind in terms of sensors and pilot vehicle interfaces. Thus, excellence is still in the hands of Typhoon.